Hello. Hey, hey, hey. Hello. Playing. Hello. Hace calor in the dorm. Vamos. Empezamos tranqui. La galería.
San Francisco is so cool. And this gallery is huge.
So is the buffet. If an event skimps on the food, you know it's a bad event.
As long as I don't have to eat any caviar.
This is your day, Max. You can do whatever you want. I hope you take advantage of your status and talk to as many influential people here as possible. Work the room.
I don't know. I feel so weird, like I'm a little kid hanging with the adults.
Max, after this week, you are certainly not a little kid anymore. In fact, you're a noteworthy adult being honored by your peers. Now you have to start acting like the photographer you want to be. Hell, I wanted to be in charge of a big school someday. So I started taking charge of things when I was young. Ask my poor classmates. Max, I'm gonna eat up that caviar so you don't have to. Better get in there and start schmoozing. You know, I won't always be here to take charge. But you come talk to me whenever you want.
Come on, Max. After everything that's happened, this should be the least scary thing you've ever done. Wowzer, Max. You did it. Somehow. I went from the dark room to this gallery. I've been through so many realities in 1 week. Life is weird.
Pero Max, el juego se llama Life is Strange. ¿Por qué dijiste weird?
Wowzer. A Danny Lee article. I wonder how it is to live in a submarine like that. It must be really claustrophobic. The revolution will not be televised. I love how much cool art is going on all over the Bay Area. unlike Arcadia Bay. Some mysteries should stay that way. Holy shit, this flyer was designed just for Chloe. I wonder if I'm ready for the mosh pit. But what would I wear?
Festival Druida.
How fun. Yes, Warren would definitely go ape over this show. I never thought I'd get to speak to a gallery receptionist about my own work. Nice. I need to drop some serious cash in there.
Why, good morning. You must be Max Caulfield. Congratulations for your Everyday Heroes photo. The exhibition is quite impressive, especially with your entry.
The Zeitgeist Gallery does have a cool history in Frisco. I mean, San Francisco. I wish I had time to go see those murals here. There I am, along with all the other winners. I should say artists instead. It's great to read all these comments, even the mean ones.
Lisa Simpsons. Fulano de tal.
That looks familiar. This might be too metaphoric.
Aren't you from Blackwell Academy? I wanted to go there, but I didn't get in. They have such a cool program. I bet you're learning a lot.
That one is kind of silly. I would love to have this on a shelf. Someday. But imagine how much time it takes to make one sculpture.
I do not understand art.
Well, I have to say, this is the best everyday hero show I've seen since it began. All the pictures say a lot about our times. Bravo.
How much would you pay for that? That is different. Loving the retro vibe.
Me too.
Hi, excuse me, you're Max Caulfield, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry to bother you, but my name is Danny Lee, and I'm with the Berkeley People's Herald. I edit their arts section, and I totally dig your work. Now, I know the whole ironic selfie thing is kind of played out, but there's something timeless about your images, so I'd love to set up an appointment or interview with you when you get a chance. Here's my card. So great talking with you, Max.
You too, Danny.
Bad exposure, bad framing, bad picture. I could have done this so much better.
This makes me feel so sad. Like I was back in high school. Usually these kind of contests, they put me to sleep, but I like how this show is about specific actions, you know, not just abstractions. The Zeitgeist is doing some unique stuff this year.
I always get so inspired whenever I come here. Hey, I love your shot. I just wanted to say congratulations, and I hope you get a lot more attention.
I can't believe I'm in San Francisco. How can I process this after all the death I've seen this week? I wish Chloe was here with me now. Without her, I couldn't have fought Jefferson. And she always pushed me to not be shy about my photos. Even if that feels so trivial after what happened with Rachel and Kate. But for whatever reason, I have this power. I hope I finally used it right.
I wonder if I can buy these everyday heroes pictures. Sorry, I don't know your name, but I saw your picture in the gallery brochure, and I just wanted to let you know how cool your entry was. Sorry, I don't know your name, but I saw your picture in the gallery brochure, and I just wanted to let you know how cool your entry was.
How do these galleries afford to rent here?
I guess I have to get used to the idea of fancy food I don't want to eat.
I know it's kind of simple, but I find this haunting.
Right? The instant print makes it look timeless. Nostalgic melancholy. A
Who's
teenage
the
girl.
artist?
I think it's for some contest.
That's cool. Seems pretty mature. Oh, hey, you're the one who entered the self-portrait. Or actually, do you call it a selfie? Anyway, I was very impressed about how you subverted it to make all of your photo subjects the focus. Oh, very smart.
Young and grunge. He'll think about those days for the rest of his life in prison. Good. Champagne makes me think of me and Chloe getting busted with that wine. It was cool that Principal Wells came along. He could have canceled our entries after what happened with Jefferson.
So, how are you handling your new fame as a photographer?
I don't feel like a famous photographer yet.
Every journey starts with the first step. I'm only a Blackwell bureaucrat, not an artist. But you've made us proud with the great response to your work so far.
It's kind of surreal to be here after everything that happened at Blackwell.
All the more reason to celebrate your success.
Maybe I feel guilty for celebrating.
Leave that to me. I should have been more proactive about Kate Marsh and her awful situation. She's strong, and I'm glad she made it out of that hell. Should have put my foot down with Nathan Prescott. Or put my foot in his ass.
I did tell you that Nathan was involved. Not that I expected anyone to believe me.
I'll regret that for the rest of my life, Max. The Prescotts knew how to protect their own. And Jefferson had such a great reputation. Nobody expected him to be so disturbed. I couldn't believe the police found those sick photos in his dark room. Oh, those poor girls.
At least he's in jail along with Nathan for kidnapping and murder.
And Sean Prescott is now under serious investigation for all his years of corruption. Money and power can only protect you for so long at Arcadia Bay. The irony is that for once, Sean Prescott actually had no clue what was going on with Jefferson. And he even brought him to Blackwell.
I'd like to think there's some karma involved. The Prescotts have had this coming.
I do believe that what goes around comes around. I just hope it's all good for a change.
I'm hoping this is a fresh start, Principal Wells.
Like I said before, you're an adult now, Max. You can call me Ray. Oh, at least for this event. Now, if you'll excuse me, I hear the buffet calling me again.
God, I love art. You must be the everyday hero from Blackwell. My name is Lauren Francis, and I run the media department at Detroit School of Visual Arts. I'd love to talk about you being a residency next spring. Don't say anything to Principal Wells yet. Hi, and there she is to save the day.
Hi. You did it, Max. You're a real artist. At least for today.
Hey, are you okay? We lost you there for a second.
Your nose.
I'm okay. Jet lag.
Your nose.
High altitude.
Brr.
Oh, you left the ringer off, idiot. Oh, come on. Please answer.
Max, holy shit, man, your vision. It's true. You saw the tornado. It's coming.
What? Oh no. Chloe, where are you?
I'm so fucking scared. I'm by the beach.
Chloe! Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Oh my god. The tornado was real. Oh, I didn't fix shit. Chloe will die. Arcadia Bay is gonna be destroyed. There has to be a way to stop this. For good.
I heard Mark Jefferson was supposed to be here tonight.
Not anymore.
That was so
No
shocking.
fucking way. Chloe can't die again. I have to save her.
Like, I do not understand art.
I guess everybody is a photographer now.
Excuse me, I'd love to ask you a few questions about your work.
Sorry, but oh shit. Oh, my head. What is going on now? It feels like reality is breaking apart. What am I doing to time? I just have to make one simple change, so I won't end up in San Francisco. Simple. Sorry, San Francisco. Chloe comes first.
Rayos. Estoy de vuelta en el dark room.
Oh, fuck. God, no. I'm back here again? I thought I fixed everything.
What did you say, Max?
What? Jefferson should be in jail, not here.
Jesus. It's like you're back in my class. You're still spacing out. It might be cool if you took one of your patented selfies now. The transformation between the old Max and the new Max. Anyway, answer my question, please.
Fuck you.
Good answer. Good answer. Hey, your nose is bleeding. Probably gave you too big a dose. Sorry about that, Max. But considering you're about to die, a nosebleed is a first world problem. Oh, I had to let Victoria Chase go.
You let her?
Don't be stupid, okay? She's exactly where she deserves to be.
No.
Oh, as if you care. Your iris, that dilation like a shutter. The pictures you're taking of me now. Too bad you pissed away your gift. You could have won the contest, but you destroyed your own beautiful photograph. What a waste. Sorry, I burned all your stuff. I got a little carried away.
Fuck. He burned my diary.
Always.
That's why I'm still here.
Especially since you've developed from nerd to hero within a week. There's something weird going on with you. Whoa. Did you see how crazy it is outside? Like I said, something weird. There's that fear. It's an honor working with you on these final sessions. I hope these images will be appreciated for what they truly capture. The loss of youth. At least, that's the last lecture you'll ever have to hear from me. And I promise you, no more nosebleeds.
Mr. Jefferson, please, don't do this. You don't know what's happening.
Shh, 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 shh. Quiet. Quiet, Max.
Please, don't do this.
I promise, this final dose won't hurt.
But
At least. I promise, this final dose won't hurt. What?
No, David, no!
I promise, this final dose won't hurt. What?
David, watch out!
How? How did you know that?
David, watch out!
How? How did you know that?
David, watch out!
Jesus. David Madsen. He's out cold. Good. I always hated that fascist fuck. Everybody at Blackwell did, right, Max? Okay. Promise you, no more nosebleeds.
Wait, hold on. Can I please ask you for one last request?
Oh, you got me, Max. How can I deny that face?
Would you take one last picture of me? I want to be your best subject.
I almost don't believe that, but I think you've finally learned from me. promise. This final dose won't hurt. What? Promise you.
And would you mind turning off the lights? They make me squint, so I won't look good for the shot.
Now, you're thinking like a real photographer. And I don't want your last memory to be bad lighting. I promise. This final dose won't hurt. What? And I promise you.
Excuse me, but my throat is scratchy. Can I please have some water?
Of course. I don't want you to be uncomfortable. I promise. This final dose won't hurt. What?
David, watch out!
Time to shut the fuck up, okay?
David, watch out!
How? How did...
No gun. No balls.
Jefferson, it's over. You are not going to stop me. It's over. You are not going to stop me.
David, kick that table!
Yes, sir.
No se vio de nada.
Stop. It's over.
He's hiding a gun over there!
Sorry, Madsen. Sorry, Madsen. Okay. Deja vu.
You are not going to stop me.
Oh, Lord, Max. Are you okay? Are you all right? Can you move?
Yes. Thank you, David. Thank you.
Don't thank me. You brought me here. Let's wrap up this son of a bitch first. He won't be going anywhere when he wakes up. Except you are going to prison forever. Or worse.
Mr. Jefferson, now it's your turn to be captured in a moment. Save Chloe. He burned everything, including all of my photos. Warren, yes, I can use that picture he took of us. Shit, no signal. Thanks, Mr. Jefferson, but
You won't need this anymore.
The Prescotts had to know about this.
I better go outside and call Warren. Oh, please answer. I can still feel those straps. Stop, Max. You're free.
Good God. It's a studio.
Oh. That's Victoria's bracelet. I bet Jefferson was going to use that to frame Nathan. Damn. Jefferson torched everything. Now the only photo I can get is the one Warren took. I want to burn all these photos. I hate looking at me like that. Jefferson looks so pathetic now.
Now, what the hell is this place?
David Madsen is on the case. He's still looking for evidence. All this expensive gear just for sick bullshit. David? Are you okay?
Look at this place. It feels like hell.
Jefferson was going to kill me. Like he did to Victoria Chase.
Oh, no. I always suspected that son of a bitch.
You kind of suspected everybody.
Yes, and this is what I get for wasting all those hours on the Prescotts. I set my sights too wide. Lack of focus.
I know the feeling.
Well, you still had the right idea to tell the principal that Jefferson acted shady around Kate Marsh. And Max, I treated Kate like shit. I know she's a good person, but I'm not. I hope I get to tell her that soon.
Me too. I think that would make her very happy.
I knew Nathan Prescott was a threat. I just waited too long to neutralize him.
Jefferson already did. They had some weird father-son thing going on. But Nathan killed Rachel, and Jefferson had to use him as a scapegoat.
That pervert was pulling all this shit right under my nose, too. I could have stopped him and Nathan if only... I wasn't so stupid.
No. I told Principal Wells Nathan had a gun and almost used it. But he didn't want to believe me. I should have been more loud.
We all make decisions we regret. But I have to admit, I'm impressed by you. And Chloe. And your investigation. I had all the high-tech toys, well, you had each other.
We are a great team.
That's one of my problems. I'm not good at teamwork. Never was. Even in the service.
I can't even imagine what you went through.
I'm not gonna make any excuses for my behavior. I tried to be a good soldier, but I wasn't so great. I tried to be a good father, too. But you saw how that went.
Chloe's tough. Just like you.
I'm glad we have something in common.
I'm glad I stood up for you.
I try not to use my service as an excuse, but it's hard to come home after war. Most people don't know or care what it's like. Except Joyce. She gave me hope. A new life.
And you saved mine. Chloe, she would be proud of you.
I just want to see her safe with her mother. I promised Joyce I would go see a family counselor. And I'll start by apologizing to Chloe. I don't expect her to call me Dad, but maybe she'll stop calling me step-douche. So, where is Chloe?
David, Chloe is dead.
This isn't happening. It can't. No, God. Not Chloe. Max, are you sure? Are you...
Yes, I saw her. I saw a Jefferson killer in the junkyard last night.
Last night? When I was so close to finding out the truth? I promised Joyce that I would protect her and Chloe. How can I face her and explain this? I never even told Chloe that I... God damn it! You killed my wife's child, you sick fucker! And you took away my stepdaughter?
David, wait!
Max, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see that. What a mess. What have I done? All that time I wasted with surveillance. Chloe, I'm sorry. Joyce, I failed you. My family.
You didn't fail. You did your best.
Max, you better get outside. You've seen enough of this room.
David, thank you for saving me.
Why can't I just wake up?
Freedom. Holy shit. This storm's real. I need to find Warren. Yes! Warren, can you hear me? Never mind. Listen, do you have that photo you took last night in the parking lot?
Yeah, but why? It wasn't that great a shot.
Yes, it is, and I want it. Where are you?
I'm at the Two Whales Diner. Pretty much trapped in here with Joyce thanks to this Armageddon weather. I'm expecting the ocean to turn red.
I'm on my way.
Come on, that's crazy. You can barely walk on the sidewalk outside. Seriously, Max, stay wherever you are. I don't think the storm is getting smaller. I'm kinda scared.
That's okay. Me too. But it's not over yet, Warren. So hold on.
Limbo have been warning you people for years that our culture of sin and entitlement would lead to God striking us down. And I'm the one trapped in this fucking radio station. Somebody get me the hell out of here now! Now, goddammit! How do I pay all those taxes?
Message received yesterday at 9 p.m.
Max, it's Nathan. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt Kate or Rachel or I didn't want to hurt anybody. Everybody used me. Mr. Jefferson is coming for me now. All this shit will be over soon. Watch out, Max. He wants to hurt you next. Sorry.
Copyright.
Warren is at the Two Whales Diner, so hurry up. Hey, that guy's trapped. I have to help everybody I can. I have to get this guy out of here or he'll die.
Oh, boy. Thanks, kid.
Are you okay?
Once I get the hell out of here, I've been hauling loads for way too long in this shithole town.
You better go now.
And I ain't never coming back here. You need a lift?
No thanks. I have to find a friend.
You go, girl. You go.
Shit. Alyssa needs help again.
Help me now, Max!
Alyssa is stuck in that house. I have to get her out fast.
Alyssa! Are you okay? Let me help you down. Yes, yes, please, Max. I don't want to die like this. Find something to get me down. Please, help me get down. I'm stuck up here. Help me get down, Max. I'm down and I need help. Please, help me get down.
Come on. Find some way to help Alyssa.
Come on, Alyssa. Take my hand. Here I come. You did it, Max.
Are you okay?
Now I am. We need to get out of here.
Alyssa, you go on. I have to help other people.
Watch out, Max.
Damn! That was close. Thank you, Alyssa.
Now we're even. Be careful out there.
How can I get out of here? If we can make it out of this, Chloe. This makes me so sad. Don't fail me, Fusebox. He's dead. Electrocuted.
Storms.
I want to help that fisherman, but he's in shock and he might not hear me. Come on! You have to get out of here right now!
I need to breathe. I need air. Please, 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 please.
You should get out of here!
The whole town is dying.
Okay. I better hurry to the diner over there. I need Warren's photo. Wait, there's a fire heading this way. I need to do something about it first.
Miau. Miau. ¿Cómo era esto? El miau. ¿Qué hay que hacer? Hay que poner algo entre medio, ¿no? Creo que me acuerdo de haber estado aquí también pegado antes. Pero no me acuerdo qué había que hacer. Hay que mover algo, ¿no? Uy, ¿por qué se mueve tan rápido? Detente fuego, detente. Luz, ¿te acuerdas cómo se detenía este fuego? ¿Se detenía este fuego?
¿Cuál es? Ah, Life is Strange. Creo que era con ese.
¿Cómo?
Está con él. Yo lo saco. Eso.
¿Escape? Pero se pone eso. Así que, o sea, hay que hacer algo con el fuego.
Ah, en la parte de ya y ya. Que hay como el final, ¿o no?
Sí. No me sale ninguna opción de nada. Me acuerdo como que había como... Ahí está. Thank you.
Yes. Look at that. might be the end of the world. But not if I can change it.
Evacuation. Once again, this is not a test. This is not a test. An E6 tornado warning has been issued for Arcadia Bay and surrounding counties. The emergency broadcast system...
Go get him, Juliet.
is now in effect.
Trust me, I'm trying to figure out how. I swear. At least nobody's going to starve in here.
Max! Oh, Max! Oh, Jesus, I am so glad to see you, sweetie. Are you okay?
Yes. What about you guys?
Two Whales is barely standing now. I don't know if it's gonna make it through this tornado. Oh, poor Officer Barry and all those people out there. Okay, get your ass inside. I have to get back to this gentleman on the ground. Lauren has been gathering all the first aid.
It's not much, Joyce, but it's all we have.
You okay, Warren?
How the hell did I ignore all those warnings, Max? The snow? The eclipse?
There's nothing you could do about it, Warren.
I'm so stupid. Should have seen it coming.
So glad everybody is safe here. But I need that photo from Lauren to help Chloe.
Sorry.
No
music.
Sorry.
The party is over. This vortex is much bigger. It's hard to believe people were eating breakfast here only a few hours ago.
Oh.
Max, give yourself one moment to do nothing. This is where I convinced Chloe I could rewind time. So, what's the point of this power? What's the lesson? To keep fixing what I keep fucking up? No, because I didn't ask for this gift. But I was able to stop Mark Jefferson. And now I can stop Chloe from dying. For the last time.
Max, do you think this is the end?
At least Frank still has Pompidou at his side. It's good to have Frank on our team.
Okay, Max. Excuse me while I go help this other gentleman.
Frank, I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, makes two of us. No, if only I had Rachel back. Now, Max, what about that info I gave you? Did you and Chloe find out what happened to her?
Oh, Frank. I don't know how to say this, so I just will. Rachel is dead.
God, no, please. Please, no, not Rachel. She can't fucking be. Are you sure? I mean, how do you know?
We used the names you gave us to track down a farmhouse. My professor, Mark Jefferson, has this creepy photo torture room. And we found out he was using Nathan Prescott to drug and photograph Blackwell students.
Prescott? Fuck! Fuck, I knew it! I should never have hooked up with that sick punk. Pompidou hated him. Yeah, you saw Rachel.
Yes. I wish I didn't. I'm so sorry, Frank. Nathan wanted to impress Jefferson, and he killed her.
How? How did he kill her?
He used some drug and gave her an overdose.
An overdose? The only way Nathan could have done that is if I sold it to him. I killed my lioness. No. What have I done? Where is this motherfucker Jefferson?
He's dead. He won't be hurting anybody anymore.
Rachel. Oh, God. She was the one good thing in my life, Max. I know she was too young. I expect her to leave me, just not how it happened. I would never have stopped her from going after her dreams.
I know. She obviously cared about you, Frank.
Rachel cared about a lot of people. Especially Chloe. But, now I see why Rachel dug her. And Chloe was man enough to ask me for help after all that shit we went through.
Chloe would appreciate that.
You know, the one time I met my dad, the bastard quoted the Bible and said he wanted to enter his house justified. In other words, to do the right thing. Me too. And maybe you're helping me get there, Max. Don't get me wrong, kid. I still think you're weird. But you're cool.
Please be okay, Chloe. I can't lose you.
Joyce has got everybody's back. Even Frank's.
Come on, Max. Let's talk over here and give Frank some rest and space.
Joyce, how are you doing?
Just when I think I've already been through the ringer. Where's Chloe?
I'll find her.
Not in this storm, you won't. And you're not going out there, Max. I just have to pray that Chloe and David hold up someplace safe.
I'm sorry about all this, Joyce.
Don't be, honey. It's not like you whipped up this tornado on your own.
I mean, I'm also sorry about everything with David.
You don't have control over any of that. David is an adult, and he has a lot more age and experience under his belt. Even if he doesn't always show it.
I know. I just feel like everything that's going on with us is the perfect storm for Arcadia Bay. I just want our lives to be normal again.
With all the shit going on this week, I think you're right. And look at me, trying to keep my family together. Again.
Joyce, you've gone through so much for Chloe and David. If you were my mom, I would be so proud.
Oh, sweetie, thank you. But your parents should be prouder of you. Even David told me how tough he thinks you are. And he doesn't give out many compliments, as you know.
does about you. It's so obvious he needs you in his life.
He better. Like I said, people don't always see the real David Madsen. I hope Chloe does someday. Come on, Joyce. Focus on the people here.
Look at Warren. Always trying to help.
I was just about to...
I hate to say I'm glad to see you, but I'm so glad to see you.
That's okay. The important thing is that you're safe. And I know you can take care of yourself after Nathan.
Should have done that a long time ago. But damn, Max. Can't believe you actually drove down here in the middle of a fucking E6 tornado. Just for one photograph? I mean, I know you didn't come for me.
Warren, I came for all of you. Just tell me you do have the photograph.
I just want...
Now shut up and listen.
Oh yeah, you're finally going to tell me what you never did in the parking lot.
I wish I would have. So I'm just going to tell you without any explanation. Trust me, okay?
I always do. You should probably tell me quick.
I had a vision in Jefferson's class of a tornado destroying Arcadia Bay. I went to the bathroom and saw my best friend Chloe get shot by Nathan Prescott. You with me so far?
Where else could I be? Go on.
Then I found out that I could rewind time. And long story short, Mark Jefferson is insane and dangerous.
Whoa, is that all?
I have to go back in time. Jefferson already killed Chloe. I can't let that happen. I have to do something, Warren.
Max, going back in time is what caused the storm.
All because of me? How?
I'm not a real scientist, even though I play one at school, but this seems like pure cause and effect. Maybe chaos theory. What happened with Jefferson? Did he hurt you?
He used Nathan to get drugs and money for him. Jefferson tied me up and dosed me with some drug and took sick photos of me. It was so horrible.
Max, I'm so sorry you had to go through all that. You're the bravest person I've ever known. You know, I want to kill that son of a bitch. Where is he?
Dead. History. Which I need to change fast to make it right again. Is that bad?
For every action, there's a reaction. Whenever you reversed or altered time, maybe you caused a chain reaction. Even in the environment.
All this destruction is my fault.
Give me a break. You sure the hell didn't give yourself time travel powers?
I guess we'll never know if it's magic or science.
Even if it's from a wizard or a wormhole. You're part of something bigger. I don't believe in fate or destiny, but after this week, I realize I don't know shit.
That makes both of us, Warren.
I do know you're here for a reason. And I guess it's up to you to find out why. Max, I'm sorry you got stuck in this. I don't have a fucking clue what's going on. But I have total faith that you'll do the right thing when the time comes. I'm so proud of you, Max. How could there be a more important moment in history? And I'm in the middle of it with you. So thank you for trusting me.
Thanks for being here. Always.
Please be okay, Chloe. I can't lose you.
Good job, Warren. I hope those supplies are enough.
Hey, be careful out there.
For luck.
Just in case we don't get out of this, I wanted to say...
I know, Warren.
Of course you do.
I'm going to make the right choices from now on. I swear.
That's why you're Super Max.
Desde ahora, porque darte un beso fue una mala decisión.
Welcome to the end of the world, ladies.
We got no time for this shit. Come on, Max. Chloe. Jesus, dude, what is up with you?
I'm just glad we're here together.
I guess you need to talk. No worries. It's all good.
I'm glad you're with me too. What's going on, Max? We have to find Nathan right now. He's gonna
Sorry, Warren.
did to Rachel. Let's go now. Chloe, wait, listen. I can walk and listen, okay?
Stop and listen for once.
Fine, Max. I'm listening.
Chloe, you can't go in that party. You're gonna die if you do.
You used your powers, right? And you fucked around with time and I died.
Not like that.
You're supposed to back me up. So there's no way that punk-ass bitch Nathan Prescott is taking me down.
You're right, he won't. Mark Jefferson killed you. And others.
Jefferson, the art teacher? That's bullshit. Nathan is the fucking serial killer. We saw the proof. Now, excuse me, I'm going to that party to make sure he never hurts anybody again. Are you coming?
Nathan is dead, and you're in danger.
That fucker is already dead? How do you know that?
Because I was there.
Will you please tell me exactly what happened? Please.
Mark Jefferson turned out to be a psychopath.
Okay, Max. Let's go in there as a team and take his ass out right now.
Chloe. Jefferson drugged and kidnapped me. I was tied up in his bunker. You have no idea what hell I went through to get back here. But I couldn't let you die. You brought me back here, and I can't lose you again. I won't.
Max, I'm so sorry. I was the one who dragged you into all this shit. Nobody, especially you, should have to go through that. Now we have to stop Jefferson. With one bullet.
No, not this way. Chloe, I can't keep fixing everything if all I'm gonna do is just break it over and over again. I know how this is gonna turn out, and I'm afraid I'm fucking up all these alternate realities.
Wait, alternate realities? What do you mean, Max? What did you do?
I fucked up, Chloe. I wanted to make things right, but everything turned out wrong.
Max, what the hell are you talking about?
I was able to go back in time to the last day William was alive. I stopped him from leaving, but you ended up in a car crash instead.
You saw my dad again?
You were completely paralyzed. And you were in pain. You were slowly dying, and you asked me to end your life. But Chloe, there was no way I could do that. I had to return to this timeline to see you again. I had to.
God, Max. That must have been awful for you. I'm so sorry I had to ask you that.
It was worse for you. But I had no idea what would happen, and as usual, I messed everything up, and I never want to hurt you. Ever. You have to believe me.
Of course I do. Do you think I would even know how to handle that situation? Nobody would. The important thing is that we're together again.
You're right. That's why you should come with me, so we can stay together and stay alive.
I hear you, Max, but do you think we should let Jefferson get away with torture and murder?
Of course not. If we tell David, he'll believe us, and he can actually stop him. Right?
Is that why you stuck up for him? Because you think he can help us? Really?
Chloe, David saved me from Jefferson. If he didn't track down the dark room, I'd be dead right now.
Max, I had no clue. I should have been the one to save you, but I'm so grateful David was there. So what's your plan?
We tell him everything, including that Victoria is in danger.
Okay. You've been through so much. I believe you, Max. After all, I'm still your faithful companion.
Yes, you are. So listen, in a few minutes, I won't know any of this happened. Nothing. We absolutely have to stay in your room and do nothing. Then we explain everything to David, and we finally let him do his job. You'll have to tell me exactly what I did and said just now. Just explain that I traveled through time using the photo.
Will you believe me?
I'll always believe you, Chloe.
Nice.
Oh, Chloe!
I see that the real Max is back. So how was your time trip, dude?
Shut up. Oh, you're alive. You're alive. Oh, both of us. I did so much to bring you back, Chloe. It worked. It actually worked. You're with me again.
Looks like even fate doesn't want us apart. And I traveled through multiple realities just to save my ungrateful ass over and over, and I hope it was worth it, but I don't blame you for wanting me out of your life after all my drama.
Come on. I'm the official drama king and queen of Arcadia Bay this week. Just look at what my powers have caused in just a short time. Nobody.
You're Max fucking Caulfield, Time Warrior. Even if you weren't, you're kind and caring. Nobody could have a better best friend. Nobody. You didn't ask for any of this to happen, but it did. You need to accept how awesome you are.
Maybe I willed it subconsciously or something. I always wanted my life to be special. An adventure. But not without you. And it didn't happen until I moved back here. So, without you, my powers wouldn't even exist.
And for whatever scientific, mystical reason that we'll obviously never figure out, we were meant to be together at this exact moment in history. I have to think that Rachel was somewhere behind the scenes, fighting for justice.
I'd like to think that too. We all owe Rachel Amber. Now tell me everything that happened. You remember, right?
Well, we left the party and made sure Jefferson couldn't find us. For once, I was glad I lived in an actual fortress. Then the storm got hella crazy, and you said we would be safe at the lighthouse.
Chloe, look. The storm is getting bigger now. It's coming closer. I can't even believe this is real. This is happening because of me.
Stop it. Stop beating yourself up, okay? We've both paid our dues already on it. God, look at that. Look at that monster. Who knows? This could be Rachel's revenge. Our revenge. The lighthouse is out of the way of the tornado. Come on.
What? Chloe. I've got your back, Max. Whoa.
Alfred Hitchcock famously called film little pieces of time.
I'm
But he
back
could be
in
talking about
class.
photography, as he
What
liked
the
to call it.
hell?
These pieces of time can frame us in our glory and
I
our
have to
sorrow.
listen to this Jefferson lecture again.
To shadow,
This
from color
might be
to
hell.
chiaroscuro. Now, can you give me an example of a photographer who
Okay,
perfectly
this is
captured the
messed
human
up.
condition in black and white?
Am I stuck in a time loop?
Anybody? Bueller?
Diane Arbus.
Be calm and
you go,
don't
Victoria.
freak out.
Why Arbus?
Yet.
Because of her images of hopeless faces. You feel like totally haunted by the eyes of those sad mothers and children.
She saw humanity as tortured, right?
What's going on?
And frankly, it's bullshit.
Nobody even cares?
Keep that to yourself. Seriously, though, I could frame any one of you in a dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation.
Everybody's gone now. Have I totally fucked up time? This doesn't make sense. I don't care if this is a dream or a nightmare. I'm taking this picture. You didn't die, Kate. You're alive. Oh, that's too creepy. That's me? Are you kidding? That's awful. Oh no. Rachel didn't deserve any of this.
I see you, Max Caulfield. Don't even think about leaving here until we talk about your entry. I just wanted to know if you'd like to spend the rest of your life in my darkroom. Your purity inspires me so much, and we could be so happy together. Who needs selfies when I can give you portraiture?
There's no way I'm saying that. No way. It's about time somebody finally killed Chloe. Think of how often that bitch almost got me killed. It's like you're doing both of us an awesome favor.
Chloe can never appreciate you the way I will. Maxine. And yes, I insist on calling you Maxine. Forever.
This can't be real. I don't believe it. Holy shit. Look at all these dead birds. This can't be real.
Hey, Kate. Max, why did you stop me from jumping? What kind of friend are you? You never understood me, or what happened to me. Now my family will never leave me alone, and that means I'll always be alone. Thanks to you.
Kate, that's not true. I've always been your friend.
Give me back my keys, bitch.
Never mind me, officer. I'm just here to steal a drug dealer's keys. Well, you could look for the key, just in case.
Forgot about you, little buddy. Release the keys.
Rachel Amber. She was my angel. After my dad died and you moved, I felt abandoned. Rachel saved my life. So Rachel took my place. I'm glad she was there for you. 6 months ago, she just left Arcadia. Without a word. Without me.
How do you know she disappeared? Maybe she wanted to start a totally new life.
Unlike you, she would have told me, okay? Something happened to her. Before Rachel left, she said she met somebody who changed her life. And poof. That's Rachel.
Bracelet, why the fuck are you wearing my bracelet? Calm yourself, alright? It was a gift.
You're not that different. She had... has a great eye for images and for art. Plus, she's a smart...
Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face. Because of her images of hopeless faces, you feel like totally haunted by the eyes of those sad mothers and children. I know this is
talk to me anytime, Mr. Jefferson. You might as well choose me. Otherwise, I might have to tell people you offered to choose my photo for favors. I think she can hear us.
زي يشبه واحد يصير يبي رأس نفس خمسة.
Where are the club?
بس نقي بروت بنا يبري راح يسنو بيرو بينا إلو باو.
خوش هبسويش نسكام يا أنا.
Rocht, de wilde wordt naar schim, muziek en waar ook zelfs. We hebben aan echt series, Serena.
Tijd بلاد وش ما هي محسن ندوي.
Copyright en reversa.
Ja, ich hätte sie was richtig, ja, ich nicht auf was ich.
This
Try to hide,
part.
Max. Get over here. Let me capture you.
Jefferson is coming after me again.
Max!
No.
You used to be so pure, so innocent. Now, you have to die. Please understand, Max. The only place I can be my selfie to be so pure, so innocent. Now, you have to die. Hey. Max! You used to be so pure, so innocent. Now, you have to die. Please understand, Max. The only place I can be my selfie is in the dark room. Please understand, Max. The only place I can be my selfie is in the dark room. I can't believe you let that hillbilly murder me in cold blood. After everything I did for you, and you accuse me of making our sweet, naive Kate Marsh cry. Art is supposed to make you cry. And you will. What happened to your spark?
Hey, Max.
What happened to your spark, Max?
Max.
What happened to your spark, Max? I thought I could be your professor. For life. I realize now you'll never be an artist, much less a photographer.
Good evening, Blackwell. This is Principal Wells, and I'm here to drop the mic on Max Caulfield. Attention. I regret to announce that one of your fellow classmates, Maxine Caulfield, has died under tragic circumstances that I promised to investigate after I...
Max, where are you? Max, come out to play. Come out to play. Hey, babe. Who wants to go ape? Go ape, babe. You dig my wheels, Max? Get in the car. I'll take you for a ride. Get in the car!
Could blame Miss Caulfield and finally get her kicked out of Blackwell.
Maybe I'll be safe in the lighthouse. Maybe I'll wake up.
Wait, Max. And finally get her kicked out of Blackwell. She's a bad influence. Max? She's a bad influence. How can I tell Max's parents that she's a nosy little bitch?
You can't escape my surveillance, Missy.
I knew I should have given that scholarship to Victoria instead of Max.
Max. Max.
If I found out who went through my...
Pretty fucking ironic.
The squirrels
I
hate
ended up
you.
being right about everything, and you end up destroying the town.
Snitches get stitches. Only a feminazi would try to take on a Prescott, huh? Black, stop! Stop right now! Get all hot bothered when your wimpy boyfriend gave me a beat down? Whoa, Max, you're way more disturbed and dangerous than me.
Max.
Oh, did you get all hot and bothered when your wimpy boyfriend gave me a beat
Miss
down?
Price can't just show up at Blackwell in a wheelchair and think we're going to accommodate her every whim.
Honest. You just use your power to cheat at life.
You're my spirit animal.
I wish I could press a button
bad
and
you
blow this
didn't.
Max.
Here, young Max. You're my spirit animal.
Come out to play.
The squirrels.
Oh, shit, Warren. That is too weird. Fucking scary.
Go ape, babe.
Just in case I need evidence.
You dig my wheels, Max? Get in the car. I'll take you for a ride. Get in the car.
Oh. Do you have a scarf I can borrow, Max?
If only Kate... Hold on, Max. Files. I'll sick David Madsen on her ass.
Only
Max.
a feminazi
Please,
would
come
try
here.
to take on a Prescott, huh?
So I can beat you up.
Blackwell is my turf, you whore.
Excuse me, Max.
Is my turf, you whore.
Hey!
Max!
Get your clone I'm gonna cut you open, freak. Those were my beans, Max. Those were my fucking beans.
Oh, Max!
Those were my fucking beans.
Max!
Rachel, and do an epic photo shoot.
Rachel.
Oh no. Bottles. This might be hell.
Finally see right through her skin.
Max, sit down. You're taking a timeout no matter what. If this is my nightmare, let me have one sanctuary. Of course, this is where Chloe and Rachel used to hide from the world. But I can't hide for long. Whatever reality I'm in feels like a bad dream. Am I just not learning my lesson? Maybe your real lesson is to get out of this place. Just don't be afraid, Max. Let them be afraid of you.
Be a lot happier.
Well, these ones
Now
are
that
too
Rachel's
hard
dead,
to find.
It's time for you to die too, skank.
Looks like there's still bottles to find. Oh, joy.
Estas son por una foto, así que creo que no son obligatorias.
Don't you dare question the chef.
Right, like you're the real cook here?
I am when your mom is away.
I'll let her know that.
Hello? Hey, honey. Just making a fabulous breakfast with Chloe and Max. We're all going to work at the Two Whales. What? Oh, I didn't know you had to get groceries. Of course I'll come pick you up. Now I'll have an excuse to get a mocha. Be there shortly. Love you. Excuse me, ladies. I have to go rescue yonder queen at the Save Mart. She doth have many bags of delicious grub for us
You
to
are
feast
ridiculous.
upon. You'll be grateful for that someday. Shit, where are my keys?
That's $1 for the swear jar.
You mean your college fund? Keys, please. Shit, where are those keys?
Another $1 for the swear jar.
You're bankrupting me. Aha! You can't hide from me forever. Now lock up after I leave. Play nice. Try not to destroy too much of the house. And no Chloe and Max. Wine tasting session.
Dad.
How long will this nightmare go on?
I think you'd be perfect for my new photo series on retro grunge. You have the same qualities that I loved in Rachel Amber, but not Max.
Max is a fucking child.
Oh, Christ, I know. And she never shuts up, does she?
I'm so over her hipster bullshit.
I think everyone at Blackwell is over Max. Let's prove it.
Holy shit, Warren. Max is trying to play us both.
Guess she's not as innocent as she acts.
Not when she's trying to hook up with both of us.
I only want to go ape with you, Chloe. Come here.
God damn, you are a sexy bitch. Why hang out with Max, huh?
Boredom. Plus, she's like my personal puppet.
I hear that. Do you want a party? I got a drugstore in my room.
Oh shit, look at Max spying on us. Take a fucking picture, bitch. Or take a selfie. See, this is how you bust a move, Max. No mosh pit for you, Shaka Bra. Damn, Victoria. You're a real woman. Not a little girl like Max.
I fucking love your tats, Chloe. You're so hot. I can't believe it took us so long to hook up.
Why did you get rewind powers? You don't even know how to use them. Rachel's dead and you're still alive. Life is so not fair. I wish you would have never come back to Arcadia Bay. You're the real Storm.
I'll be so grateful if this is the last digicode. Great. Numbers are all over the place. How will I find the right code? I'll be so grateful if this is the last digicode. Don't kill us, Max!
I guess I'll never dance again, Max.
Right when I was about to start a new life in California.
Shit, Max.
I can't believe
I
you
thought
kissed
we were
me.
on the same team.
Now you're going to kill
Now
me?
I'll die alone.
Max, please save us.
Save the Bigfoots, Max. Please.
Honey, I always thought of you like a daughter. And now you're gonna take me away from my family. Why would you do that?
Max, you're exactly the kind of soldier I'd want by my side in a war.
Son of a bitch, this is gonna hurt.
So this
Killing
is how
me
Max
is
gets
so
her revenge on
not cool.
Wow, Max. Right when I finally find a cool chick to date, you have to kill us off. This sucks.
Breaker. Thanks for saving me and carrying the load, good buddy. That's a big 10-4.
This is not how I wanted to spend my last hour on Earth.
Max, can you call my mother in Portland and tell her that I love her?
I know
Killing
I
me
haven't
is
been the best
so
principal
not
to you,
cool.
but you've been a great everyday hero for us.
Please save us. I guess my husband and new baby will have to go without me.
Max, I hope you can live with yourself after this.
Don't let the squirrels die.
I wish we had been friends, Max. But please, don't let me die like this. I'm still a teenager.
Max, I truly am sorry for being such a bastard. You would have been cool to hang out with. I just don't want everybody else to suffer like me.
Don't let the squirrels die.
You've always had my back, and now you're going to let me die? Thanks, Max.
Oh, let me get this straight. You didn't bother to save me or the Bay. How pathetic, child.
Max, I hope you can live with yourself after this.
Please, Max, don't kill me so we can finally have our tea session.
Max, I want you to know how much confidence you gave me. Nobody ever did that for me.
I survived poverty and an abusive family, just so I can end up here to die.
Who are you? Holy shit, are you serial? I'm you, dumbass. Or I'm one of many Maxes you've left behind. Can you get me out of here? Oh, so you want help? Thought you could control everybody and everything, huh? Twist time around your fingers? I tried to help. I only wanted to do the right thing. No, you only wanted to be popular. And once you got these amazing powers, your big plan was to trick people into thinking you give a rat's ass. I do care. That's why I was trying to make friends. By telling people what they want to hear? You were just looking for a shortcut because you can't make friends on your own. That's not true. I have great friends, and I've used my powers for good. Please, stop playing innocent. You're a goddamn hypocrite. You've left a trail of death and suffering behind you. That was not my fault, you son of a bitch. Don't you dare talk about our mom that way. What about the crap that was your fault? Wait, let me guess. You fucked up time and space for your precious punk Chloe? You think she's worth all that? We all are. This isn't about Chloe, or even me anymore. Gosh, you're so selfless now, Mahatma Max. It's too bad you pissed your power away on high school drama. Chloe does a better job of guilt-tripping me than you do, because you let her bully you. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. But you didn't do that homework, so you'll have to learn the hard way. Like Rachel. Just shut up. You're not scaring me anymore. I'd be more worried about Chloe killing us than Jefferson. Max, do you really think she's our friend? That she respects us in any way? Man, you are so stupid. I'm embarrassed to have the same name. And someday Chloe will destroy... Oh hell, speak of the devil.
Dude, do not even fuck with her head. She knows what we went through together this week, and you don't. There's no way you can break up our team. This is reality. After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield.
I am seriously glad to see you.
Welcome home, Max. Fasten your seatbelt.
I know it was your birthday last month. This was my real father's camera. I want you to have it.
Yes, of course it's cool. Thank you. This camera is so sweet.
Now that we got that mushy shit out of the way, I feel like stage diving. Let's thrash this place. Yep, I'm fucking insane in the brain. Let's dance! Shake that bony white ass. Or take my picture with your new camera. This song fucking rules. Can't dance, hippie? Come on. Rock out, girl!
Yo, turn it off! Turn it off! You need to hide now. My stepdad will kill me if he finds you here. You were here today, Max. You saved me. I'm still tripping on that. Seeing you after all these years feels like...
destiny.
If this is destiny, I hope we can find Rachel. I miss her, Max. What the hell is this?
Snowflakes? Or a storm is coming?
Max, start from the beginning. Tell me everything. Let's talk about your superpower. Epic! I pledge allegiance to Max and the power for which she stands. You can rewind time, Max. That's fucking insane. We have to play.
You need a sidekick to guide you.
Okay, Girl Wonder. Show me the way to Chloe's cave.
Welcome to American Rust, my home away from hell.
Raw and rough. It suits you.
Max, do you know how awesome this is? I get my best friend back, and she's also supersized.
I don't feel so super.
Max, here, let me help you find a place to chill. You freaked me out there. Do you feel any better now? You saved me again! Crazy. Now we're totally bonded for life. Since you're the mysterious superhero, I'll be your faithful chauffeur and companion.
My powers might not last, Chloe.
That's okay. We will. Forever.
I'm so glad you're my partner in crime.
As long as you're my partner in time. I might get on the other side of that door before you, Lupin.
The race is on. See you soon. Welcome to my domain.
You are magic! I have no clue how the hell you got in there, but you did it, sister. Max, you better come check out these files.
It's not a drawing. Look. Rachel in the dark room. Rachel in the dark room. Over and over. That's it. No, you are not taking the cozy chair.
Max, do your powers include mind reading? Or did you just rewind because I tried to steal the chair? Shit, I'm confused.
It's the powers of best friendship. I know how you roll. Cowabunga!
Why, look, an otter in my water. Your power is changing everything, Max.
Let's call it a draw. I'm gonna freeze my ass off when I get out.
You look cute with your hair soaked in chemicals.
Hide! Hide! You can't go back to your dorm now. You're a Blackwell fugitive. Crash at my place tonight.
Photobomb!
Photo hog. It feels like a different world from yesterday.
We left a skid mark on Blackwell last night.
Wish we could just hang out all morning like we used to. Maybe we should get up. I have to get back to Blackwell soon.
I double dare you. Kiss me now.
Damn, you're hardcore, Max. Now I can text Warren and tell him he doesn't stand a chance. Unless he's into girl-on-girl action.
You're such a dork.
Oh, we could cruise everywhere in this bad boy. Can you see us heading down the coast to Big Sur and beyond?
I know. Just daydreaming.
That makes me ill that Rachel posed like this for Frank. I wrote him love letters.
I can't believe she was banging Frank. Rachel straight up lied to my face. Why didn't she say anything?
Because she knew how you would react.
And she wasn't much of a friend, huh? Just another person who shits all over me. Why does everybody in my life let me down? My dad gets killed, you bail on me for years, my mother gloms onto step-fucker, now Rachel betrays me.
Not until I see it first. You know the rules, Dad.
Dude, I am so lucky that my father is cool. Max, you are being so fucking strange. You feel okay?
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
It's weird hanging out with you again.
I know. I'm glad we are, though.
Look, the worst thing you can do is treat me like a baby. I still want to laugh and talk shit with my best friend. Can we stop? This is seriously the best view of the sunset. What do photographers call that?
The golden hour.
Whoa, awesome picture. We look so badass in our pirate gear.
We should have taken over Arcadia Bay when we had the chance.
Listen, Max. My respiratory system is failing, and it's only getting worse. I've heard the doctors talking about it when they thought I was zonked out. So, I know I'm just putting off the inevitable while my parents suffer along, and I will too. This isn't how I want things to end.
What? What are you saying?
I'm saying that being with you again has been so special. I just wanted to feel like when we were kids running around Arcadia Bay and everything was possible, and you made me feel that way today. I want this time with you to be my last memory. Do you understand?
Chloe, you're back. I'm so glad you're here.
You sound high, but thanks for the morning grope. Since we were up all night playing CSI Arcadia Bay, I was still spaced out here trying to put all this info together.
Kate wasn't the first. All those binders are filled with other victims. Victoria has to be next. Nathan must be planning to dose her tonight at the Vortex Club party.
Rachel. This can't be real. These are all post shots, right? Right?
The junkyard! Max, we have to find that spot now! Then we can see what he did. There's no way she's dead. No way! She posed for those pictures, Max. I know it. Please, let's go.
Rachel! Oh, Rachel, no, please not her!
Chloe.
Rachel, why?
I'm sorry, Chloe. I'm so sorry.
I loved her so much!
How can she be dead? What kind of world does this? Who does this?
Come on, Max, we're almost there. Please wake up! Max, come on now. Don't worry. We'll be okay. Max, can you hear me? Please say something.
Chloe? I must have passed out.
Oh, thank God. Don't you ever do that again, okay?
I swear. But that nightmare was so real. Was so horrible.
my storm. I caused this. I caused all of this. I changed fate and destiny so much that I actually did alter the course of everything. All I really created was just death and destruction.
Fuck all of that, okay? You were given a power. You didn't ask for it. And you saved me. Which had to happen. All of this did. Except for what happened to Rachel. But without your power, we wouldn't have found her. Okay, so you're not the goddamn Time Master, but you're Maxine Caulfield. And you're amazing. Max. This is the only way.
I feel like I took the shot 1,000 years ago.
You could use that photo to change everything right back to when you took that picture. All that would take is for me to...
Fuck that. No. No way. You are my #1 priority now. You are all that matters to me.
I know. You prove that over and over again. Even though I don't deserve it. I'm so selfish. Not like my mom. Look what she had to give up and live through. And she did. She deserves so much more than to be killed by a storm at a fucking diner. Even my stepfather deserves her alive. There's so many more people in Arcadia Bay who should live. Way more than me.
Don't say that. I won't trade you.
You're not trading me. Maybe you've just been delaying my real destiny. Look at how many times I've almost died or actually died around you. Look at what's happened in Arcadia Bay ever since you first saved me. I know I've been selfish, but for once, I think I should accept my fate. Our fate.
Chloe!
Max, you finally came back to me this week, and you did nothing but show me your love and friendship. You made me smile and laugh like I haven't done in years. Wherever I end up after this, in whatever reality, all those moments between us were real, and they'll always be ours. No matter what you choose, I know you'll make the right decision.
Chloe, I can't make this choice.
No, Max. You're the only one who can.
Si sacrifica a Chloe, es como que nada hubiera pasado. Lo cual no tiene mucho sentido. La última parte te hace mucho más sentido que sacrifiques a Arcadia Bay. Sí, yo también. ¿Tú sabías que hay como un cómic? Hay un cómic como después de este, creo que es como desde el final en el que sacrificas a Arcadia Bay.
¿De verdad?
Sí. Entonces eso me hace sentir más seguro de que este es como el final canon. Como es tradición, vamos a dejar que los créditos pasen. Pero esto sería oficialmente el GG de Life is Strange. Replay. Number 3. Maxine Caulfield. Un, dos, tres, cuatro. Ah, sale al revés todo. Son como 5 temas. 6. Chris, Maxim, Simon, David, Thomas, Jean-François, Mark, Jason, Yuko, Elisa, Catherine, Keith, Frederick, Dominic, Maxim, Jonathan, Justin, David, Alexander, Kevin, Stu, Ryan, Nicholas, Michael, David, Richard, Jason, Antonino, Thomas, Simon, Mark, Francesco, William, Peter, Jason, John, Pedro, Alexandra, Antonio, Roberto, José, Álvaro, Fabián, Emiliano, Doug, Andrew, Toby, Luke, Kevin, Ronald, Eric, Mike, Phil, Michael, Bill, Amy, White, vamos a ver ahora los porcentajes de las decisiones. Me estoy preguntando cuánto durará los comentarios detrás de cámara de los directores. ¿Cómo, en qué formato será? ¿Como un documental así? ¿O cómo funciona? Porque si hay que jugar el juego de nuevo no lo voy a hacer. Probablemente vea un video, es que es muy largo. Has decidido sacrificar a Arcadia Bay. Como la minoría, 48%. Por poco sí. La gran mayoría. David tiene una marca de la pelea. ¿No? Puede hacer mejores. David ha matado a Jefferson. David no ha matado a Jefferson. Salva al camionero. No salvé a Eva, no. Salvé a Lisa. Salvé al pescador. No he hecho cambiar de opinión a Joyce respecto a David. Jo. Es que no lo hice que después no se desconfiara de él. Porque lo defendí. Le has contado a Frank la verdad sobre Rachel. He besado a Warren. ¿Salir? Salir. Atrás. Comentario de los directores. Oh, tiene distintas partes. 2 directores.
It was really great to see so many fan arts, so many letters, so many fiction, cosplays.
The reactions were fantastic, way beyond our previous expectations.
It was impossible to expect a huge community like this and so passionate fans, and it's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We started the project by making the game we wanted to make for ourselves, but at the end it's really making a game for the players because that's what's important.
So welcome to the dev commentary of Life is Strange. We're really happy to be there and talk about the game. Thank you for watching.
Thanks.
I'm Raoul Barbet, one of the co-game director of the game.
And I'm Michel Kor, the other co-game director of the game.
We are 2 game directors working on one project, so it's really interesting to work that way.
It can be hard sometimes, but I think it's a really interesting creative process because we can challenge each other on a lot of aspects and find always the better solution for what's best for the game.
If only Michel or Raoul was directing the game would have been really different. They both know how to make a game. Like they're not stuck in their field of expertise. They know a lot of things about each department, and they had this direct contact with the teams.
I'm more from the audiovisual and movie scene, so I was in charge of all the cameras with the camera team. I work a lot with the sound design team also, with the music,
And myself, since I'm from illustration background, my specialties were more on the art direction, and later for this game I'm starting to work way more with the narrative team and the voice recording sessions.
It was cool because they have the similar vision for the game, so we didn't have a yes from one and no from the other.
Actually, Michel and Raoul are in the game when you think about it, because there are two game directors, so we have a contraction which is Michel. But if you put it the other way around, it's Raoul and Michel, so it's Rachel. I'm pretty sure they did it on purpose.
The idea behind the game was because we have both of us worked on Remember Me, and there were some sequences in this game called Memory Remixes, and one of the founders, Hervé Bonin, asked this small core team to think about a game with this kind of mechanism. Very quickly came the episodic adventure game, because we wanted really to do something like that.
There is really a lot of good ways new ways interactive ways to tell stories.
On an episodic format, you have to make a lot of choice for episode 1, because you won't be able to change after. A lot of assets have to be there in episode 1. Yeah. So the menu is one of those assets.
It was interesting because there was a lot of variations. We did a lot of tries of what we wanted to show in this menu. The idea was really to basically show the most important locations of the game. So we can see the Blackwell Academy on the top right. We can see the lighthouse. We can see the town of Arcadia Bay. We were really trying to give a sense of location and just showing like the game world with the menu.
We really wanted to make the player feel that all areas are connected, and the menu is a great way to do that.
One of the main importance for us for the game was to have a peaceful game with this sense of you can take your time, and we wanted to reflect that from the menu, so we worked on those small wind effects and the leaves that are going around and the nice and soft music. It was just when you start the game you should feel quite at peace and comfortable. And even when the menu evolves in each episode, there is some small details that are changing. Like for the menu for episode 4, you have the beach whaled. That's this kind of details we wanted to just add with the variations of the menu. The game takes place in Oregon, in the Pacific Northwest, in the United States. When I went back there on vacations, I've seen a lot of places that really looks like what we did in the game. So I guess it was a really big job of references to be sure that everything was correct, but it's also something that's really exciting about making a game, that you have to look at everything and to reproduce reality, and with of course our own lens and stylizations, but we really wanted this to feel like being in Oregon. Sometimes people ask us if we choose to have a game in the United States for marketing, for selling the game. We knew that we were fans of like TV shows like Twin Peaks or X-Files. They have those trees and the Pacific Northwest feeling.
I think they are a great example of a small community thinking that everybody know each other and everybody is happy, but when you put something inside this community, it could be something supernatural. You discover a lot more.
And it's really a way to shift things around and to bring chaos and interesting variations on the characters. And in the end, Life is Strange is really a game and a story about the characters, about their lives. It's not a story about the sci-fi elements. The sci-fi elements are just for us. They were just here to make things interesting.
Ok, son como de 10 minutos.
Okay, so let's play the game and...
Yeah, let's play Life is Strange. So this is the very beginning of the game. I think this is one of the very difficult sequences of the beginning of the production, because this is the first time the player will see what the game looks like and will be inside the story. So we got a lot of discussion about this one, and a lot of discussion about the shots, how we are going to present Mac's character. The important, as this is a video game, is the player to know where he has to go and the objective of each scene. This scene is a link to the end of the game, of course, and it's also to close the loop and begin with this scene. And when you know the end of the game was something we really wanted to have, so we can see all the FX, and we've got one FX artist very talented Thomas. Here you can see a lot of his work, all the particles, the tornado.
We took a lot of time to work on this tornado because when you're working on an episodic game, it's important to still hook the player from episode 1. So that's the kind of discussion we had about the rhythm, to when should we put something that has a bit more impact and that feels something that shows the player that there is something bigger. So this introduction was a bit like that. We wanted in Life is Strange the player to always know what Max is knowing and to just be with her. At this moment, Max doesn't know where she is and the player doesn't know it either. We're back to the high school, and which is one of the most important settings of the game, of course, the high school setting and the Blackwell Academy. High school is something where the player will feel comfortable because he knows it, but the transition from the cliff to there is the twist of having something really different, and that should hook the player to say, oh, it's not just a teen story, there is more to it. And then, of course, we can go much over than that and twist it and change the characters. But it was an interesting starting point creatively.
This kind of introduction is really important because in one sequence with some shots you have to discover all the different characters, the main ones, so we will see of course Jefferson, Kate and Victoria.
And it was quite hard to decide between not showing too much, to not break the idea of the game, to not be too big compared to what the game would be after. There is a lot of themes of big ideas on the game, and of course photography is one of it, because photography is still a way to look back to the past. It's linked to the theme of rewind and time manipulation and nostalgia, and that's one of the reasons why Max came back to Arcadia Bay to attend this photography class.
I think for the player to be like Max back in this town when she don't know everyone, but you've got to respect the schedule. It's really, as a player, something great to discover. Also, the lighting was really important in this scene to break the cliff ambience by this sunny atmosphere and all this light coming from the windows.
And maybe we decided to have a private high school rather than just a regular high school of course for the photography course, but it was also to be able to have less students because we wanted the story to be a bit more intimate. We didn't want it to be like this huge high school with so many students. But based on what the player is doing, you can really learn more about them and see that they're actually not just the stereotype and the archetype you would think they are. This is still a perfect example of how episodic is hard, because if you look closely at this poster, there is a mistake on it. It says that the exhibition takes place in the De Young Museum of Art, when actually it's not that in episode 5, it's the Zeitgeist Gallery. We have a really great community, so thank you guys. And people found out this mistake, and yes, it is a mistake. It's when in episode 5 we found out that we couldn't be a museum, it was too big, so it has to be an art gallery, so we changed the name, and yes, there is a mistake like this in episode 1.
I was about to.
Welcome to the real world.
We really wanted to have this feeling of being part of a whole high school. So it means a lot of people, it means bullying, it means difficulties when you're a teenager in this kind of world.
Showing the different cliques and different kind of teenager.
I think a lot of players love this introduction. The use of music here is really important. As Max feels insecure in this atmosphere, we wanted her to isolate, and the music is a great way of isolate yourself when you just want to be on your own. And so since the beginning of the game we were working with licensed tracks, licensed music. We test when we testing and prototype some scenes, we put some licensed tracks from artists we love, and Scene Matters one of them. And when we asked Jonathan Morali, who is the lead of Scene Matters, if it's possible to use his music, he's a gamer, so it was really happy to have this new experience, and for us it's just incredible to work with him. And this quite of editing is really...
pero dígale que no tire copyright, po.
To choose the important moment in a song and to choose the right images.
Because our writer Jean-Luc has written many scenes built around music. The edit is based on the music. It's not the other way.
The music is really important in the game. It explains a lot about the characters, because the choice of the music, the choice of the artist means a lot. For example, Chloe won't listen to the same artist as Max. For the anecdote, for this guitar part, we asked the lead singer of Sin Matters to take his guitar and to play on top of Gonzalez's song in a clumsy way to be sure that it would be like Max playing guitar.
Roberto no la hizo también por miedo a copyright.
Okay, so the objective of this scene was to go into the bathroom. I think you can hear the great sound work. Sebastian, the audio lead, has worked a lot on this kind of effects. When you take out your earplug, you can hear more the ambience. And this kind of art is done by our main concept artist. We got like 4 concept artists working on the game, with Edouard, who has made a lot of artwork.
He was the one
concept artist.
So basically in the beginning we do a lot of documentation, like we do a lot of research. From all those pictures we can find on the internet, every room, every character needs to tell you a story, who they are, what they do.
And just for following the scene, even for the mood when it's still the rhythm of the game. So we wanted this scene in the bathroom to have a really cold and harsher and more contrasty lighting, to be different from the soft and warm lighting from the art class before.
Seeing this scene, there was here one of the mistakes we have done with the game. For example, when Max is tearing apart the Polaroid. In fact, I don't know if you have tried to tear apart a Polaroid, but it's quite impossible.
Yeah, you can. We tried it. You can't do it. It's too strong. It's plastic,
it's
and it's impossible to tear it like she does.
But of course, there is a lot of symbolic behind this, and so we decided to keep it, even if it's non-realistic. Maybe it's a bad Polaroid quality, and we can do it. You can see the butterfly coming in from the window. There's a lot of symbol behind this. The butterfly, of course, with all the butterfly effects thing, and the fact that Chloe has got
some butterflies on her tattoo, and the color of her hair based on the color of the butterfly.
Really something we wanted to hear. The blue butterfly is really, really important, and of course at the end of the game it's much more important.
One of the fans' favorite, and of course a character we really love, Chloe. She's one of the most important characters, because at the end the choice is about her. It was really important to create this character the best way possible, so the player would learn to care more and more about her. But we really wanted her to be not that nice at the beginning, so when she's evolving during the different episodes, and she's getting nicer to Max, people would care even more about her because she changed, and she likes the fact that she changed. If she was the nicest person from the beginning, it wouldn't be, I think, as effective that her going forward and changing toward Max.
Sometimes some players hated Chloe during the first episode, and I think it's not a bad thing, because you can dislike a lot of things about her personality, and after in episode 3, and of course at the beginning of episode 4, there is really something more to this character, and I think it's like having in real life with a friend. There is always some things you don't like, and the relation between Max and Chloe talk about that, and I think it's really interesting to see how the player will learn to like more and more Chloe. And
I think it was one of the biggest challenge of the writing process, because we have 5 episodes, we have a limited amount of time, and we need to find the good beats and the good pacing to make those characters evolve.
It's a really intimate story, and it's mostly just centered on just emotional moments. All of the major choices that you make in the game are emotional. The heart of it is the relationship between Max and Chloe. It gets really dark, and things get really hard for Chloe and really emotional.
In the game, one of our goals was also to be able to talk about real life issues, about some social themes, and difficult themes that that can be experienced in real life. I mean, it's different to other games where there are bigger issues like a situation of life or death or war or stuff like that. And in this game, we wanted really to focus on more human issues on a smaller level.
The mood of the game and the themes of the game. It's the themes that we tackle in the game are not something that you see often in other games. We try to be mature about it. We try not to force it onto players, and we try not to be too brutal about it.
We have issues like domestic violence, family issues.
So talk about drugs, alcoholism,
And
depression.
employment,
It's
really.
part of a reality, and I think it was really important for us to not avoid that. And I think it's a great video game is also a great media to talk about that, because as a player you will be involved maybe more than just looking at a movie or reading a book. You will be really part and actor of this experience.
We were not sure that Square Enix, the publisher, would approve all the themes, the intense scenes we have, and how we deal with them. And really early in the discussions, we were relieved to see that they didn't want to change anything. They just wanted to make sure that we deal properly with the scenes or themes, and this is exactly what were our intentions. So
It's again a key scene for episode 1. It's the first time you see Nathan and Chloe. First scene with the character is really, really important. We got a lot of information to give to the player. And
we needed to show that Nathan was quite a troubled child, a teenager, I mean. So this is him talking to himself at the beginning. We had to fine-tune and to find the good words to use. Then we see Chloe for the first time. We have to show what's her character. So she's direct and a bit pushy to Nathan. We need still to understand what's happening. So they're talking about money, about drugs. We had to find the right hints to give to explain things. So we don't want to lose the player.
Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me!
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
This is the starting point of Max discovering that she has this weird power, because basically this adrenaline rush and looking at Chloe getting shot, that's how she can trigger that for the first time, and she don't know really why, but that's this the seriousness of the situation. Then you go back in the art class. So we really tried on this scene to show the deja vu feeling. So the editing and the shots were there to give this weird feeling to the player that, okay, I'm living that again and again, looking at the different moments that the player saw the first time in this scene.
so yeah, for the editing in this sequence, we wanted to keep the same elements, but not necessarily the same shots. You can see that first 3 shots are the same, I think, and after we begin to change a little the point of view. So you understand that there are the same events going on, but just seeing from a different point of view. And
I think, to be perfectly honest, we don't have a good explanation for why she's going back to the art class, because we needed it.
I've got one, but I will never tell you.
I don't think it's a mistake, and because we also needed to explain to the player so the player can learn how things are working, and it's quite hard to do. So we took this freedom to.
Igual tiene sentido como un punto,
which, even if it's a bit contradictory,
un nodo temporal.
Our power works after that. We are using this to explore more of Max's personality, of the characters, and because that's the way we created the character. Max, as we've seen that with what she's thinking. She has a lot of insecurity. She has issues to go forward in her life, to take decisions, and now she has this ability to not going forward, but going even backward. So it's an interesting storytelling device to question with her character and with the player, of course, to question choice and consequences, to question fate, to question really interesting issues.
I think Max would never have changed as much as here in our story without this power and without this sci-fi element. So it puts the player in a very interesting position, because she will ask himself why he's doing some interaction. He can undo the interaction and try something else. But also Max, by doing this, will ask herself, am I doing the right decision? Is it the good choice or not? So we deconstruct the mechanism of classic adventure game, just by adding this power and the fact that you can undo things and try another things.
Of course, in most games, you can do it with quick save, quick load, but it's like you said, it's only the player who do that, and that's one of the main themes of the games. That if I had the power to rewind and to change things, should I do it? Because sometimes it can be really seen as lying, as if I say a lot of things that you don't like, and if I go back in time and don't say them to try to, so you're not angry at me, it's a bit tricking. So we are really asking those questions, and in the beginning of the game, we are letting the player and Max do it a lot. She's getting to make a lot of friends with this rewind. But later in the game, and especially in episode 5, we are really questioning this to see maybe it wasn't the right thing. Maybe what you did to try to lie to people with your power, was it really good? And that's something that can be interesting for the story, but also to ask the player at a moment.
I think this is what we wanted to do also with this game, to show that it's difficult to make the choice, and it's even more difficult to live with it, but you have to learn to do that.
And even if you could hesitate a lot, there is no perfect way to do things.
Okay, if I'm crazy, I might as well go all the way. Can I actually reverse time?
So that's basically that the first time the player will actively rewind. So we have Max thinking that, okay, I just got back in time. I'm in the art class, and so that's why we made her break her camera, because we needed to have an element that the player will see that we will rewind. So we can really explain how do you rewind. So Max broke her camera, and then she's thinking, okay, if I got back in time, maybe I can try to do it again and revert that. So that's the first real rewind the player is actively doing. It's okay, we don't really want the players to use the rewind all the time. But since it's important in the beginning of the game to really show the player the tools he have, and it was important for us to have this in this scene, to have a lot of use of the rewind, so he can really, okay, I know how it is now, and now I decide if I use it or not.
I hope I have enough time to get to the bathroom. Please, please. I can't tell anybody. They'll think I'm crazy.
Since we are really playing the game with the point of view of Max, for her, not everything is clear, so it shouldn't be clear for the player. But there is a lot of hints that should really guide the players to understand what's happening. We have a lot of symbolism with totem spirit animals. We have the doe, and you can clearly see in episode 4 that the doe is linked to Rachel, and it's basically somehow a presence of Rachel that's guiding Max at moments. I'm not sure that a lot of players notice that, but in episode 2, actually, when you see the doe in the junkyard, it's precisely where Rachel is buried. There is this mystic feeling around the town, and since we didn't want to clearly explain everything, it's part of what makes Arcadia Bay a bit different and a bit special.
Wow! Vamos a seguir entonces, creo que lo puedo terminar.
So yeah, we're going to play a bit of the junkyard scene.
Yes,
so it's we love the junkyard scene because a lot of different elements, but the first one I think is the environment. I think the environment artists have made something incredible here.
For Life is Strange, we really wanted to have a stylized rendering. We didn't want it to be realistic, or so every texture has been hand painted to give this impressionistic feeling. And I think in the junkyard it's really interesting because there is so many details that That's where this kind of simpler texture are working well, because if this scene was overly detailed with cracks in the rust and everything, it would become really noisy to look at. We did a lot of work on the lighting effects and the atmosphere, so it was really important for us to capture this morning feeling with very cold colors in the fog, but a slightly warm sun that just bring some soft and warm feeling to the scene.
This scene is also a good example of what we want to do in terms of environmental storytelling. We've got a lot of different objects who are there and who has their own story. And
Okay, let's do this. Can you find 5 bottles while I prep the shooting range?
Beer and guns? Nice combo.
You can handle it. Now go find us 5 bottles.
this is one of the best puzzles of the game, I think.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's mostly the final bottle that was really hard to find, and we did a mistake on it because it was maybe too well hidden. Our goal for this was just to allow the player, to push the player to visit the place while looking for those bottles, because there is a lot of interesting things to discover. Basically, the junkyard is where Chloe brought Max to try her power, but it's also where Chloe and Rachel were hanging out together before Rachel disappeared. So this place here was this small hideout for Chloe and Rachel, and we tried a lot of what we did in the whole game with environmental storytelling can be seen here, because there is a lot of everything that we really like to tell with environment. It's a good way to, of course, to show more to the player. So it's
also to give rewards to the player who want to know more about the characters and who is curious. Because you can do this whole scene without looking at every details, but
there is some hidden stuff. This one is harder to find. I think that not every player find it. But and this is a big letter that Rachel wanted to write to Chloe, and maybe never gave it to her. In Life is Strange, we really tried to put a lot of attention to the details. We have a lot of various levels of things, and if you look around, you can find some really small details that are
Creo que se me lo perdí yo.
story, but interesting.
Actually, we start to play with that, putting more and more things in corner, in dark area, to see if the player can spot it or not. And usually they did.
There's a noticed thing that we thought they could not notice, like on a shirt we have letters that when you put in the right order, it says no fucks given, and they noticed.
I don't know about this.
Are you afraid of getting in trouble? Oh, boo-hoo, Max is afraid. I know you can handle this, and I'm here to guide you. Make me proud, sister.
Life is Strange is a game about choice and consequences. So we have a lot of choice you can make in the game, which will have consequences later on in the same episode or in the other episode. And there is one big choice in this scene, right, that will happen, for example.
The idea for each choice is really to have not easy choice to take, even if it's not life or and death choice, like you could have in other game, or it's more everyday life choices. The important is really to make your own and to decide to live with it. So that's why with the max power, it's of course more difficult, because you can try a choice. You're not sure, you're going to rewind and you're going to make the other one, but the important is if you want to continue and to move on, you have to keep on one and live with the consequence. So this is in this choice in particular. What do you want to do, Michel? The first one.
I don't think I would shoot a guy anyway, so I would say
we won't shoot.
I won't shoot.
So you can see directly some consequence. Means that you don't have gun anymore, because Frank is going to take it. Chloe will be pissed off.
You can of course rewind and try the other one. But something that's really interesting, because it was a lot of work at the beginning, because we were thinking that if you have the rewind, does it not completely destroy the fact that you are making choices? And actually, we've seen that players are really hesitating. We've watched some Let's Play video, and we've seen players just, even if they knew that they could go back, they were hesitating so much when they make a choice. I think it's interesting.
here will be out of the campus for the first time for the
Yes.
player. So this is the first time the player will be able to use his power when he wants. He can do before, but there is no so many interaction and puzzles. Here there was we really wanted to have a lot of different things to do, talk with people, use the power just to see fun stuff.
But we use this kind of environment for the players who like to take their time and just to talk to characters, to look around. It really gives a sense of presence to Max, to the world.
The important aspect of the game is really to give some rewards to the player who want to do that and to want to take his time. So with this kind of sequences, for example, we give what we call a reward, but in fact it's just new element of the game. For example, here you will have new layer of music. You can hear some new layer of music. You will have all those camera shots that you can't have inside the classic walkthrough and classic gameplay in third person. So this kind of beautiful shots you have only because you have chosen to take your time and to sit on the fountain. So the music, the shots, and of course the voiceover of Max also at the beginning. We hear what Max is thinking just here. So this kind of rewards will push, we think, the player to do that again and again. So this is really something we wanted to have.
In this game, it's always feeling a bit like what Max is feeling. And it was we really wanted to focus on those moments. It was really capturing the moment when you can really take your time to reflect on yourself, and that's what Max is doing in those scenes. That's something that not a lot of games are doing, to let the player take his time, because in a lot of games it's just like you need to go forward, you need to go to this checkpoint, you need to do this and this.
Since the beginning, we wanted the rewind to be a tool that the player can use when he wants, where he wants. It won't be scripted rewind sequence, for example. On a technical point of view, you have to record all the different things that happens in the scene.
Since you can rewind time, you can basically be at any part of the scene at any moment you like. Designing puzzles with the rewind was very, very hard. When you think it's done, you think you've seen everything about it, you think the situation is in place and it's going to be working well. There's always this tiny little thing that's fucking it up.
Those elements are not really deterministic, so when you rewind, you're not sure that you will be able to restore the particle system in the same state.
Seriously, do not forget I need those papers before tonight. Like now. Thanks, Sherry.
And this is the dormitories. This is also something that was interesting for us, is to talk about dorm life. We wanted to use this setting because we can really talk about social issues, like the girls have their room. Do you really like the people who live next to you? How the relationship are working inside the dormitories? Like right now, it's interesting if you have different music that can come from the different rooms. It's a really interesting setting to set up a lot of characters easily.
Here the idea is really to again have this believable universe of the students. We have to focus on what we want to tell and what we want to develop.
In each episode, Alyssa is getting hit or in danger by something, and you can decide or not to use the rewind power to warn her and to actually to get her out of trouble.
And again, I think it's links to also the Kate story and this kind of stuff. It's not just here to have fun. It's also to talk about those difficulties you can have when you could be someone like Alyssa and having this kind of problems.
And it's always a way to find the little detail and little elements that will bring more to the characters, how we are defining them, without sometimes telling too much.
So this is the same actress as Chloe.
Yeah,
the two main actresses who are playing Max and Chloe did also the other students, and so there is some of Chloe inside each one of them. You can see Max and Chloe here. The body animation is done in motion capture on this project. We've done a lot of shooting in motion capture with French companies. The two main, so Max and Chloe, like for the voice actor, in fact, they are always played by the same actress, Serena and Gabrielle. So all the body language and the body animation you will see in the game are done by them. And so in each scene we work we discuss about the scene with them, and they add some. Both of them, they have given something to the character, even for Max, because Serena was a bit shy at the beginning of the project, and at the end of the project, she was different, and we can see the evolution of Max inside her acting. So.
Who did you tell?
The principal. But he didn't seem to believe me.
The principal? Are you still 12? That drunk jackass only cares about cash for Blackwell Academy. Don't trust him.
I didn't mention you at all.
This is the first time we will really see the Max universe by discovering a room. So let's go inside.
It was a really important scene for us because you're playing as Max in the game, so you already start to know some about her with what happened before in episode 1. But when you enter her room, it's really her universe. It's everything in this room should describe her, who she is, why she is like this, and speak a bit more about her past.
There's quite a lot in this room, in fact, compared to the... Because we tried, I think, episode after episode also to focus on different things, and we can't put too many objects in a room.
If you want to play a character for 5 episodes, you need to invest in this character, and all those kind of details and were really important to make a connection between the player and Max, to learn a bit more about what she experienced before, and maybe also why she is how she is right now. Something we really wanted to have with Max's room is also to have a great contrast between Max and Chloe. So it was really important to have those two characters. Max and Chloe are really different. They are quite opposite at the beginning of the story. So we wanted that her personality and also her universe, her rooms reflect that. And we took for Max this sort of softer colors. We have the pink in, I think her bed cover is really soft. You have the small cushions with the flowers, the teddy bear.
We've got a lot of different environments in the game, but we wanted really to be able to revisit the environments and to have other scenes taking place in the same environments, but telling different stories and telling different sequences. So, for example, in this room, when you go back here in the house, in the alternate reality, we will find an empty room of an empty Chloe room, and you have been here so many times before the episode 4 with Chloe, having fun with Chloe, listening to music. Going back here without anything, you will directly see what you've lost and what this another reality means for Chloe and for you.
Max, try to find the light for the pool. I want to see the sharks. Otters don't like sharks. They bite. So do I. Hit that light.
We've done the same with the swimming pool, for example. We've got a great scene in the swimming pool between Max and Chloe when they are alone during the night, and after you got this huge vortex party, which is a really different atmosphere. So this is kind of...
On the production point of view, it's basically a brand new environment, but it's still in the same place and with a lot of similarities. So it's really important to show. It was important for us to show the changes that Max can create with her power and the changes to the characters and to the world.
Stop treating me and my mom like we're your family platoon!
Hey! Leave Joyce out of this!
I wish you'd leave Joyce! Like now!
Seeing this kind of family violence, and it's something you can have encountered as a player. I think we all know some people who got some difficulties, and you can have by yourself also. Here, the choice you're going to take will have consequences on the relation between Max and Chloe, but also on her father.
Esto es cuando no te metes.
Welcome to the real step douches of Arcadia Bay.
I'm sorry.
For what? He would have been a bigger dick if he caught you in here.
David could seem very archetypal.
Yes,
and
again, one dimension at the beginning, but then we are making
episode after episode, you can see that maybe he's very he's got his own reason to be
his own
like
issues.
this.
And I think that not at any moment we are justifying the fact that it could be Chloe or be how it is, but just showing a perspective that not everything is black or white. So we did a lot of research to be sure that we were dealing with those themes in a good way. Too much gamifying this, we could really maybe hurt some people, and if we are talking about issues those people have had and not making it right, it could be worse, and it couldn't be the opposite of what we wanted to do at first.
So here is a Kate character that you have met in the first episode, but not so much, and the episode 2 is really focused on Kate and Kate's story and Kate's difficulties. So,
but this scene is a good way again to how we try to advance the story about Kate, but also try to show more of the other characters, Victoria and Taylor. So we are continuing of what was shown about Victoria in episode 1, like of course that she's really a mean person, that she's harassing Kate because she makes fun of her. And so this kind of scene, yes, is we are really trying to advance the story, bring out more of the characters, and of course there is great cameras on it.
All over my face. Max Selfie thought she was a badass taking that picture.
We wanted really to talk about all the cyberbullying, the fact that it's quite difficult for a teenager nowadays to be connected as everyone is now. I think everyone has got a phone, is connected always.
We are using the text message a lot, and we are making fun with that. So we are really thinking about both sides of the social media.
On the other hand, you've got this dark aspect of internet, which could be really difficult to live. I think a lot of players could recognize some of them inside Kate, and we've received a lot of letters from players who say that help us also to realize what they've been through. Yeah, we wanted to have this scene since the beginning. We are quite happy that we managed to keep it, and work with Square Enix was great for that. We managed to keep a lot of difficult scenes like this one. It's not only about talking about those themes, it's also to be sure that it's anchored inside our story. And here, of course, this experience and the Kate story will push Max to think about her power, to think about the consequences, to think about the relation with other characters.
That's actually the one time in the game where Max's power fails her. So when you arrive on the roof, you are really by yourself. You have to talk Kate out of jumping, and this was also the second part of what we wanted to do with this theme, is to show that if you care to the people you like, you can help them, and that's basically what Max has to do at this moment, is really to care about Kate, to show her that she knows her, that she's her friend, and to really take out of jumping. I think that something that was interesting on writing all these scenes, and is even in episode 1, Kate was written as somehow as some type of archetype. She's a bit religious, she's for abstinence, she has this basically pro-life ideas. So maybe some of the players could think that she's boring character, but the way we evolved her and write her in the other episode, we really wanted to show that even if you go past the first appearance of someone, that's something that you might feel not interesting or different to you, you can find really good things and interesting things in each person. And I was really happy the way that the community reacted to Kate as a character.
We didn't want to gamify this kind of thing.
We still have to have rules for how the things, even if it needs to be really in the background and for the player to not to see those rules. But in the end, we still need to create the scene with the scripting and a way to make it work. So it was really hard to find the good balance to make it feel the more transparent as possible for the player, and just find the good way to have the feeling that it's really a dialogue between Max and Kate. And it was a really hard one to write. There is a lot of branches, there's a lot of variations, and I think even in the voice recording it took a really long time. Yeah. It was one full session just for Hannah and Diane who plays Kate. It was really important for us to keep this going after in the other episode, and not just okay, we have done the scene and so no, we go to the following of the game.
I'm going to be here for another day until my family comes out to visit.
How are they treating you?
Like they need to protect me forever. They're so upset, and I know they feel guilty even though they didn't do anything. I was surprised how many
We wanted
students from
to
Blackwell
talk about
wrote
this
me.
theme of euthanasia, but to find a way to talk about it that would be respectful for any sort of position, because it was really important to not try to say this is right, this is wrong, and to let the player really see how he wants to play this scene at this moment based on what he felt for the situations, for Chloe, for her parents and everything. And that was that was not easy to find this balance when doing that.
And again, it's because it's interactive and it's a video game that this scene is so strong. I think if you just see a scene and just, okay, this is the director point of view and that's it, I accept it or not, but here it will be your choice. You really have to take your time and think about it before making your choice. So
and we've seen all kind of reactions. We've seen players who immediately say, no, I can't do it, or other players who immediately accept what Chloe is asking. Of course, it's Chloe, I'm accepting, and a lot of others were hesitating for 5-10 minutes or so. And I think that we've been, I like that we did that, but we've been a bit mean to the player because we give them a third choice of, maybe I cannot take any choice on this, but then you have still to take a choice.
Yeah.
But I think it was strong because it was, what we wanted to do with that is to show that at a point you have to take responsibility for your actions and decide something. You cannot get an easy way out.
Había un no sé en ese.
We took a lot of photographs, even some of the, like the no weapons, the no bullying, no weapon.
Yeah.
We took photographs in some high school in, it wasn't in Oregon, but it was near Washington, so it's still in the Pacific Northwest, near Seattle. And we took some of those, we just adapted some of those posters, and even for example like this for the map, we did a lot of research, finding real maps of real buildings and trying to be quite precise with the scale, the layout, the locations, because we really wanted everything to feel genuine and to, sometimes you can go really wrong in a game if you just start to forget about the scale and the detail. So we really wanted to have things right, like having this kind of fire hose at this place. And since the game takes place in October, and we are in the US, there is already a lot of Halloween decorations and stuff like that. We wanted to have the game at the anchor in reality, but also of course, we have a lot of references. We are huge fan of some TV shows, of books, of movies, and I think that in Life is Strange, the setting was really good to have a lot of those Easter eggs that will speak to the players and put the game into a pop culture reality. So there is a lot of stuff that is scattered around the game. If you look at every license plate in the game, you'll see that the letters, they are meaning some. In episode 1 is titles of TV shows that somehow we liked or that were somehow inspiration in some part for the game. In episode 2, it's movies. In the dormitories, you have the room which Red Rum. Someone wrote Red Rum on the slate.
It's the number of the room in Shining.
Yes, and so it shows that we love us as developers the movie, but also that the characters in the game, of course, know about this movie because it exists in their real world and they are making jokes about it.
We knew that we had to hire an American scriptwriter. We sent some tests to few writers that were recommended and we knew, and Christian Divine, we had a Skype with Christian. After maybe 2 minutes, we all knew that it was going to be him. I had this kind of vision of him in the office working with us.
Since we've chosen him, he was at 100% and even 200% in the project. With us, he completely understood what we want to do with the characters and with the story and with the different themes we wanted to talk about. During the motion capture session, we asked the actor and the actress to, when they meet, Max and Warren meet the first time here on the parking lot, we asked them, they were trying to kiss themselves, but you can't do that in the United States. In fact, as friends, we were thinking that it's cool, they are going to kiss themselves. Warren tried to kiss Max,
to kiss Max on the cheek.
We've never done that, so we change after a discussion with a writer and a lot of friends. We say, okay, yeah, we should switch to a hug. So we change the animation to have just Warren try to hug Max and not kiss her. And yeah, this is a kind of mistake we can do as French people. So we have to be very careful about
and
that.
And it was really good
because in France you can.
Yeah, in
say
France,
hello by kissing a girl like this,
by
but
just having a peek on the cheek, and not in the US. Yeah. And this is the kind of stuff where having an American writer was really needed. We made some other mistakes, like on this parking at the beginning we had the parking spots which were really small, and Christian said to us that this is not American parking spots. In the US you have large parking spots because we have big cars, so we changed that. And we did that for various things, like sometimes a sign were not at the right position, or something that was not perfectly true to reality.
So, Chloe's house. This is the very, very first scene we've made for the game. So this is really the scene that we have modified a lot to create Life is Strange.
This is also the scene with which we sold the game to Square Enix. That's the scene we showed to publisher.
The first time I tried the game, it was the Chloe's room, a really early prototype, and it felt fantastic to play it. I was literally smiling while playing it because the scene was working really great already. Even though the environment, the characters were not final, it was really really good to play.
And we decided to use this scene because every mechanism is here, but there's also a scene that shows really what Life is Strange is, because it's a story about those two girls trying to reconnect. We had the two main characters. We had strong issues with what happened with David later. So we have the environmental storytelling when you're visiting a different part of the house. We have Zen sequence. It had the feeling that we really wanted to push for the game. This slow-paced, nostalgic feeling. I think that this scene is really a really good one to show that in episode 1.
At the beginning, it wasn't exactly like that. We got different outcomes, and so the scene which is in the game now is really different from the very first prototype. At the very beginning, it was only the arguing with David we have done in motion capture, and I've played with Jean-Luc. So Jean-Luc,
you were doing Chloe.
Yeah, I was playing Chloe, and Jean-Luc was playing. No, I was playing David. And Jean-Luc is a great writer who has written the original story. So we have played all together because we didn't want to. We didn't add the money. In fact, to have a optic motion capture shooting. So we try by ourselves to have animation for the prototype, and the animation is quite ugly. The characters also are
the
ugly.
first version were ugly, and there were at the beginning no textures. We had version with only the grey characters. We were really weird without hair, so we had a hairless Chloe.
And I think Max is quite frightening. The smoke and all the FX elements, they are made following the same idea as non-realistic, but like it looks like undrawn smoke a little. But it's really really beautiful, and our FX artist has made a lot of FX like this. We can see also the wind outside. The wind effects are really beautiful,
and we tried to be as close as possible of the concept art. Like ideally the game we wanted it to look like some sort of animated concept art, and I think it's really the 3D environment artist and the concept artist, they did a really great job on that, because if you look at the concept art for this room and the 3D final scene, it's quite pretty close. We have those low detail textures, but this feeling of light but it's a lot of details that we tried everywhere. Even if the lighting, if you look just at the light on the drawer, even on the light we have this small bending that gives the feeling that the light is hand painted. So we did a lot of work on everything, on lighting, visual effects, textures, to have this cohesive style. And sometimes the player might not completely notice it, but it still gives this cohesion to the game.
Like for example, for the Chloe's house, how rich Chloe's parents are, so what kind of house they can afford. So this get painted. In concept art, we do like every room, or even the map, the floor map. In Max's rooms, there's a lot of photos on the wall, because she likes to take photos, and you get like the bands, poster of bands, which she like, you have to feel like who they are, and, just by looking at the room.
Ya. Llegó la comida, así que voy a dejarlo hasta aquí. Me falta el último. Lo pueden ver en YouTube, yo lo voy a ver después offline. Y también voy a ver la carta que no encontré offline. Pero eso sería Life is Strange entonces en el stream. El próximo que voy a jugar en stream va a ser Omori, retomarlo con la Pame, o Life is Strange Before the Storm, también con la Pame. Así que veremos a la Pame sí o sí. No sé si sea mañana o en algún momento después. Eso es todo por ahora, así que chaito.